I love actually answering questions on Reddit, but this one is something that I keep bringing up, and I think people would be surprised to hear that agents are against this. So the question was, why is it allowed to say unknown for items on the seller's disclosure when it's obviously a known factor to the sellers? So we have this happening in our market constantly, especially on properties under 250,000 owned by investors. So what happens is that they will put unknown on lots of items like HVAC age and age of the roof. Those are things that are pretty easy to figure out for a seller. We as agents, in cases where it really is a factor that they wouldn't know or have access to the property to figure out, and in many other listings, we do offer pre-inspection services. And that is a great way to provide a property with very clear information. So by the time the buyer comes and sees the property, they see and understand exactly where they're standing. What I don't understand is from a seller's perspective, this is helpful for our sellers. That's the reason why we do it. We pay for it because we know the offers will be stronger and better if the buyer knows everything. Instead of just trying to figure out and being like a guessing game, the same reason why we ask for sellers to fix the small items is because mentally, as you go through a property, you start seeing a lot of items, you're going to kind of calculate them on the high end, or you may not even know that those are small items. So that's why we try to take as much of the guessing game out of the question. The same thing with seller's disclosure. Our guide to sellers is disclose, disclose, disclose. When in doubt, disclose. Um, First, it clears you of liability. So basically, you're explaining the experiences you've had and the research you've done to figure out that issue. So if it comes up after, it's fine. Instead, if you don't say anything and then they come back to you and they figure that you had contacted a service provider, then that can kind of hit you down the line. So that's number one. And number two, it's so cumbersome for buyers to make offers on properties where there's no disclosures. First of all, it gets to inspection period, and then there's lots of cancellations. Second is that the offers are going to be a little bit more hesitant